The crimson desert stretched endlessly beneath twin suns as Zara crawled through the burning sand. Her silver skin was cracked and bleeding from the harsh radiation, while her normally luminous blue eyes had dimmed to pale gray. She was the last of her kind, or so she believed after the massacre that destroyed her homeworld 3 cycles ago. Her ship lay in twisted wreckage behind her, the final reminder that she had nowhere left to run. The bounty hunters had found her again, and this time, they had succeeded in bringing down her vessel. She dragged herself forward using her remaining strength, knowing that death would claim her soon in this wasteland. That was when she saw the strange craft ahead, partially buried in a sand dune. Its design was unlike anything in the galactic database, smooth and metallic with markings she could not read. Smoke rose from its damaged hull, suggesting recent impact. Zara forced herself to crawl closer, hoping to find salvageable technology or at least shelter from the deadly suns. Inside the wreckage, she discovered something extraordinary, a being unlike any she had encountered in her travels through the galaxy. He was tall, with dark hair and bronze skin that seemed to absorb the harsh light. His chest rose and fell with steady breaths despite the injuries covering his muscled frame. Blood seeped from a gash on his forehead, but his vital signs remained strong. Zara had studied many species during her time as a xenobiologist before the war, but this creature was completely unknown to her. His bone structure suggested incredible physical strength, while his brain patterns indicated advanced intelligence. She ran her scanner over his body and gasped at the readings. His cellular regeneration rate was extraordinary, far beyond what should be possible for any known life form. The human, as her scanner labeled him, stirred as she worked to stabilize his injuries. His eyes opened, revealing deep brown irises that seemed to hold infinite depths. When he saw her, his expression showed no fear despite her obviously alien appearance. Instead, he reached out with one strong hand and gently touched her wounded arm. The contact sent electrical impulses through her nervous system, in a way she had never experienced. Her people were telepathic, but this was something entirely different. It was as if their very souls were connecting across the barriers of species and language. She felt his concern for her welfare, his desire to help despite his own injuries, and something deeper that made her heart's race. Over the following days, as they worked together to repair both their vessels, Zara learned that humans were a remarkable species. They called their world Earth, and had only recently achieved interstellar flight. This one, named Jake, had been exploring the outer rim when pirates attacked his survey ship. He had managed to escape in a pod, but crash-landed on this desolate planet. Jake possessed qualities that amazed Zara daily. His physical strength allowed him to lift debris that would challenge her people's machinery. His endurance seemed limitless as he worked through the scorching days and frigid nights without complaint. Most remarkably, his innovative thinking found solutions to problems that had stumped her advanced education. But it was his emotional strength that truly captured her. When she finally told him about the genocide of her people, the years of running and hiding, the constant fear of capture, Jake did not offer empty words of sympathy. Instead, he simply held her while she wept and promised that she would never face those dangers alone again. As their repairs neared completion, Zara realized she had developed feelings that went far beyond gratitude or friendship. The human had shown her kindness when she expected none, protection when she had no right to ask, and acceptance when she believed herself to be a monster. The bounty hunters had painted her people as violent conquerors, but Jake saw only the frightened woman beneath the propaganda. The night before their ships would be ready to fly, Jake sat beside her under the alien stars. He spoke of his homeworld with its blue oceans and green forests, describing a place where different peoples lived together in peace. He offered to take her there to give her sanctuary among his kind, but Zara knew she could never accept. The bounty hunters would follow her anywhere, bringing death and destruction to any world that harbored her. She had seen too many innocent civilizations burn because they had shown her mercy. She could not let that happen to Earth, could not let this beautiful human and his people suffer for her crimes. But as she prepared to refuse his offer, Jake took her, hands in his, and spoke words that changed everything. He told her that humans did not abandon their own, that they stood together against any threat. He explained how his people had fought wars against impossible odds and emerged victorious through unity and determination. If she joined them, she would not be bringing danger but rather adding strength to their defenses. When the bounty hunters arrived the next morning, drawn by the energy signatures of their repairs, they found something unexpected. Instead of a single desperate fugitive, they faced two ships working in perfect coordination. Jake had learned to pilot her advanced vessel while she commanded his more primitive but surprisingly effective craft. The battle was fierce but brief. Human tactics combined with her superior technology proved devastating. The hunters who had terrorized her for years found themselves outmatched by the innovative strategies and relentless assault. Their ships burning in the desert sand bore witness to the power of an alliance between two very different but equally determined species. As they prepared to leave for Earth, Zara performed the bonding ritual of her people. It was a ceremony that linked two souls across lifetimes, creating an unbreakable connection that transcended physical form. She had never expected to find a mate, especially not among an unknown species, but the human had proven himself worthy in every way. Jake accepted the bond without hesitation, even though he did not fully understand its implications. He had seen enough of her strength and courage to know that she would be a partner equal to any challenge. Together they would face whatever dangers awaited in the vast galaxy. Their ship rose from the desert world carrying not just two survivors, but the beginning of something unprecedented, an alliance between species that would reshape the balance of power among the stars. The human had saved her from despair and death, while she had given him knowledge and technology beyond his world's dreams. As they entered hyperspace bound for Earth, Zara reflected on the strange turns that fate could take. She had fled to this barren world expecting to die alone and forgotten. Instead, she had found love, hope, and a new purpose. The galaxy would soon learn that humanity was not just another primitive species, but a force that would stand beside their allies against any threat. The twin suns of the desert world faded behind them, but the bond they had forged would burn eternal.